Alright, now the story for Fear 3 goes a little something like this. You play as Point Man, who was the main character in the first Fear game, and now he's the main character of this one, and now you are actually teamed up with your brother Fettel, who you killed in the first one because he was the bad guy, he was like killing people and stuff, he was a cannibal and stuff. You killed him, but somehow he came back to life. You don't know how. Whatever, he's here to help you, and you and him are actually going to go and say hello to your pregnant mom. And the thing is, your pregnant mom is Ulma, who, if you know, is the little girl in the first and the second one that pretty much screw with you the whole game, destroyed shit, blew everybody up, and she's the reason why the world is about to end. All of these contractions because of her pregnancy is actually destroying the world, and now you have to go and stop her pretty much before she gives birth to whatever the hell she's going to give birth to. That's really the story you're going through. You're destroying shit, and you're getting blown up by a whole bunch of stuff. There you go. There's a story. It's not that great, but whatever. It has some interesting characters here and there, and it's still pretty frightening, the story-wise, and it's unique, so I like it. So whatever. I liked it. Anyway, there you go. There's a story for Fear 3. Let's go on to the sound. Alright, now the sound in the game, it is spooky. I'm just going to say right there. The sound design in this game is very, very spooky because it's just great. I mean, you'll hear stuff in the background, like people moaning or some people screaming or just little creaks and stuff, and it's just fantastic because it really gets you jumpy and stuff, and it gets you on the edge of your seat, and I really like that. The sound design in this game is great. The soundtrack also helps with that because whenever, there's a big key moment where something scary is about to happen, the music would just, get louder and louder, and then nothing. And then you turn around almost there, and there's no music to it. It just scares the crap out of you. It does. Most of it is jump scares, but I like jump scares when they're good. It's not like, cat or something. And it definitely helps with the sound design. It's great. It's really spooky. Also, the voice acting is pretty good, but of course, Point Man, the main character, doesn't have a voice, but everybody else does a good job. So, you know what? I'll just say right there, I like the sound. Let's go on to the graphics. Alright, now the graphics in the game. Now, let's talk about the good in the graphics. The environments actually look really, really good. Some of the effects look really nice too, like some of the effects that Fettel does, and maybe just some of the explosions here and there. They all look really nice, and some of the little horror effects too, like some of the supernatural stuff that you see, looks really nice. Some of the character models look really good. I wouldn't say some. I would actually say a lot of the character models look really good. And just overall, everything looks very nice, I would say. Not much bad about the graphics. Actually, I was thinking about it, maybe some little hiccups here and there with frame rate, just a couple times I had, but that's really about it, and that's not even graphics, really. I would consider that more gameplay than graphics. Besides that, that's really it. I can't think of anything bad. Everything looks really good in the game, really, so let's just go on to the gameplay. Alright, now the gameplay for Fear 3. For the most part, Fear 3 is a simple old first-person shooter. You've played this before, and you played with these weapons before. You even played Fear 2. It's a lot like that. You get to go in a mech sometimes. You get to use shotguns, pistols, even laser beams sometimes. And it's your simple old first-person shooter, except, of course, it adds a horror element. So there's sometimes where something spooky happens, and you go, ooh, spooky. So for the most part, it is your simple first-person shooter. The thing that they add with Fear 3 is a scoring challenge mode thing, where throughout the whole single player and even the co-op, which I'll talk about in a minute, you get these different challenges that you can do where you can go collect things in the environment like souls from dead bodies and stuff, and kill people with a certain gun this many times or something, and you get points for this, and you can actually upgrade your character and learn new moves like a slide kick or upgrade your health or regeneration and stuff, and that's really cool. I like that feature in this game. I actually thought it was a really great feature because you got bring your character, your level into any mode in the game, which is awesome. I love that. Now, like I said before, there is co-op in the game, which is actually a lot of fun. It really is. It brings the Fear experience to a whole new level because Fear 1 and 2, kind of the same game to me. Fear 3, different because of this and the scoring system, like I said before, with the challenges and stuff. The co-op is a lot of fun. One reason why is because of the characters. Of course, you have Point Man, who is pretty much just a run and gun kind of guy and hide behind cover. And you actually get to play as Fettel, who is the psychic of the group, I would say. He can levitate people and possess them and stuff, and it's actually a lot of fun to play as him. And definitely when they're both together in a co-op game, it becomes really strategic and stuff, how you can do stuff, and I love that. I love strategy to my first-person shooters or any other game. I love it, except I don't like real-time strategy games, which is kind of weird. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, the co-op is really good. But besides co-op, you actually also have multiplayer in the game besides co-op. And the multiplayer, there's actually 4 multiplayer modes. The 4 multiplayer modes are Fucking Run. Yeah, there's a game mode called Fucking Run, which is exactly that. You just run away from this big wall of death that's following behind you, and you have to run to the safe room. And while you're running, you have to go in, of course, kill as many people as you can. Soul Survivor, which is pretty much you play as pretty much Fettel, where you can go and run around and possess people, and you have to kill the other 3 human characters and try to possess them and make them specters, and you have a time limit to do that, and I love that mode. That was so much fun. Soul King, which is pretty much like that, except everybody's a specter, and the only way to kill other specters or other people in the game is to possess humans and shoot them and kill them, and whoever collects the most souls wins. Contractions, which is pretty much horde mode, and it's wave after wave, and it's fun. I like Contractions, and all 4 of these modes are actually really cool additions. They didn't even need to add multiplayer besides co-op, because right there you have a great experience. But because they added multiplayer, I think it is definitely worth a $60 purchase. Me, I got it for $9. Hell yeah. But definitely worth a $60 purchase. I think Fear 3 is a great game. Not as good as the first one, but better than the second one. I really like this game. There you go. There's my review. I think it's a great game. Thank you and goodbye.